We got a little movie, you feel me? JxmyHighroller.
The best player of all time.
Jordan.
Now, the best.
Oh, well, that's OD. That's OD. LeBron's better in rebound. Well, listen. Strength, raw strength, and ability. LeBron is more athletic and raw strength ability than Michael Jordan. His career, raw skill. I put Kyrie in any all-time squad, bro. I could put him in all-time squad.
Originally,
yeah, of course,
Pippen
he's
said
a dick
MJ
writer.
was the GOAT.
Yeah, but he's a dick writer.
Years later, Jordan.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I thought I was
Jordan.
Oh, bro, I thought he meant in order from 1 to 5.
Many of them agreed.
Oh
MJ
my
was
god.
the GOAT,
Oh
and
my
on 6
god.
Said LeBron about some mythical being or something. They're all NBA
That's what I'm
players.
saying. Like,
they've all reached
even me, like, when I just watched when I watched the Last Dance, I was like almost in tears at the end. That shit was just beautiful, bro. Alright, yo, shit. We got a little movie, you feel me? JxmyHighroller. That nigga got one of the best. He got in my opinion, got the best basketball channel on YouTube. Like, bro, if I'm wrong, actually, bro, listen. In terms of video, I like to watch just like for subject shit I never knew about. I watch JxmyHighroller. But for like random, just talking about podcasts and shit like that, you know, there's Dom2K, I think that's his name. There's a lot of other ones, but in terms of like who I've been following for mad long, bro, is JxmyHighroller. Like, I've been watching that nigga when he used to post basketball videos and shit, like IRL basketball. I remember that shit.
In life,
but yeah, bro, let's see what we're talking about, bro. Fasting, you know, feel me? Chill back, get some popcorn, you feel me? Get your bev, like, and, you know, chill out, bro.
Very few things are guaranteed.
Asking over 100 NBA players who the real GOAT is.
Taxes,
MJ,
and the NBA
but
GOAT debate.
I got LeBron up there
you can
soon,
run,
bro.
You can hide,
Soon.
but eventually, it'll always find its way back into your life.
Facts.
And as much as we think we know about the game, us mere mortal hoop fans have never seen greatness up close and personal like actual NBA
Listen.
players have.
Bro, not long ago, me and my friend, bro, we had a heated ass debate. Like, that shit got so heated. Like, GOAT debates, I don't get, like, this shit not really important in life in general. But we get so heated and invested in that shit. That should be funny. Because after, like, 2 hours and shit, after we cool down and shit, after that fucking just spitting facts at each other, like, we like, bro, we really stupid. Like, we really geeks, bro. Like, we literally fucking know every stat and shit. Like, bro,
so
this shit OD.
Who better to ask about this age-old debate
NBA players
than
themselves.
the players themselves?
Yeah.
From all-time greats to Hall of Famers to role players. If we ask the players themselves who they think the greatest player of all time is, who would they choose? Well, we have the answer.
Carmelo looks the
not be
same,
what
bro.
expect.
What the fuck? That nigga look young.
Today's video is brought to you
I'm
by
sorry, bro.
DraftKings.
Yo, DraftKings, yo, if you want to sponsor me later down the line, just remember, bro, DraftKings is fire, bro. Like, they do hella stuff. They have good returns on draft picks, and they let you even, like, everything you could, like, think everything you could bet on, they let you bet, bro. So in the future, DraftKings, hear me out, bro. I'm here. You feel me? Throw me a little check, bro.
Sam Amick wrote an excellent piece on this poll. I highly recommend checking it out. And throughout this poll, these NBA players were asked to give their opinions on an array of topics.
Oh, that's fire.
Like who's the toughest player in the NBA, who talks the most trash, who's the best defensive player. For example, one of the questions in the poll was, who's the MVP? James Harden received the most votes from the players, but Giannis ended up taking home the award.
Yeah.
Another question these players were asked was, what do you see as the biggest issue facing the league? 30% of players said officiating.
Yeah.
But of the 16 questions that were asked in this poll, the question that had the largest discrepancy in votes was, who's the best player of all time?
Jordan.
Now, the best thing about anonymous polls is that players can be as open and as honest as they want to without worrying about being criticized for their answers later down the road. And, well, the players were brutally honest. In fifth place was a tie between Magic Johnson, Allen Iverson, and Kevin Durant.
Whoa, that's OD. That's OD. Bro, Allen Iverson is there, but statistically and as his career goes on, he's not there, bro. Respectfully,
all receiving one.
That's disrespectful to put. Well, this is 2019, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Of the votes. In fourth was Kareem. In third was Kobe.
Because if Curry's there, Curry should be Durant's place now. Respectfully, like nobody's gonna argue with me on this. Curry's better than Durant all time. After Durant got locked up by the Brooklyn Nets, Curry against that same defense, the same MVP, the fucking league, not MVP, I mean the same defensive player, whatever the fuck it is, bro. That nigga didn't even get locked up, bro. That nigga
Second
fucking
was
bucket
LeBron
on the
with
niggas, bro.
11.9% of all votes. And in first with a resounding 73% of the votes.
Respectfully.
Was Michael Jordan.
Like, just in terms of influence, y'all niggas wearing Jordan brand, Jordan everything, Jordan, like, bro, like, what? In my opinion, the best shoe of all time is the Jordan 11s. And I've never owned a pair. Like, it's crazy.
This poll was 3 seasons ago before LeBron won his 4th
It doesn't
championship
change it.
and 4th.
This doesn't change anything. This literally... He could have not had this ring, and it's the same thing. I feel like the scoring title means, like, having that last season scoring title did more for LeBron than this championship did, to be honest.
Finals MVP. But it seems like this debate isn't much of a debate at all.
It isn't,
the experts
bro.
had spoken, bro. And the answer was clear as day.
It's Michael Jordan.
But I want to take a deeper look at these results. What if we removed the anonymity, peeled back the curtain, and saw how these players voted?
I'd like to see that.
Well,
because some of them are biased as fuck, like Scottie Pippen, bro. Like,
searched. I scoured the internet for every opinion and take on the GOAT debate that I could find, specifically from NBA players.
Tim Perkins has dreads. I keep forgetting about that.
Along the way, I found some interesting things, like this article from ESPN that says that
I need this picture in my room, bro. This shit hard.
Better than LeBron in every way, according to NBA.
Whoa, that's OD. That's OD. LeBron's better in rebound. Listen. LeBron is better in rebounding, which makes sense that he's averaging more rebounds, right? He averages like 8 or some shit. It makes sense. LeBron is 6'8", longer wingspan, arguably same athleticism. Michael Jordan jumps higher, but in terms of athleticism and strength, raw strength and ability, LeBron is more athletic and raw strength ability than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan really like worked on his like how big he was and shit. LeBron's a fucking tank. It makes sense, right? There's shit like assists. It makes sense that LeBron has more. LeBron is a better passer than Michael Jordan. Like, that's easy.
Every way.
But also Michael Jordan never had to pass the ball. Michael Jordan was often in his system he played his role, bro. He played his role. If Michael Jordan wanted to play like a point guard, he played like a point guard. But his role to win, and obviously he won doing what he did, was 6 and 6 without losing. That system worked, bro. So why would he start assisting, getting hella more rebounds when he could just score? And it's not like he just scored. He scored but played defense. He's on offense. That's the difference, bro. Like,
literally every way. Like, which one of them has the better shoes? Who'd they rather have a...
That's some bullshit. That's actually some bullshit. I'd rather have a drink with Bron than MJ. Everything in terms of personality, I give to LeBron. One-on-one, LeBron. What the fuck? What kind of argument is that? LeBron is gonna 7. Like, if LeBron starts with ball, Michael Jordan is losing. If Michael Jordan starts with ball, LeBron is getting the ball back and winning the game. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. If you know basketball and you know that LeBron is as fast as Michael Jordan, I don't give a fuck what you say. He's as fast. He's bigger. He has stronger. His bag, in my opinion, is deeper because he's got used to throughout time. The game went from inside to outside the 3. He's used to shooting outside the 3. And there's a lot less pressure when you're playing a 1v1 than when you're playing team basketball. There's a lot less shit to worry about. So I'm having LeBron, bro. That's easy. That's easy for me, bro. That's not even a debate.
And who has the better?
That's not a debate, bro.
Look. Riveting. Informative. Petty, even, but no use to us. I came across one video of Meta World Peace's take on the whole debate, and once you decipher his absolute dogshit handwriting, you'll see that he's got Oscar Robertson as his GOAT. He's also got Kobe and MJ taking up the same spot. Okay. Not sure if that's how
Kyrie Irving's
work.
There. We all know why he's
Kyrie
there.
Irving as the 4th best player in NBA history.
Raw skill, Kyrie Irving's the best player of all time. Raw skill, shit happened in his career. Raw skill, Kyrie will... I put Kyrie in any all-time squad, bro. I could put him in all-time squads. Because, like, he's giving you a bucket every single time. No matter what, his bag is so... There has never been a player with such a deep bag as Kyrie Irving. Just look at his runs and how he moves and how he gets shots off over tall. Like, it's just different. There's no player like Kyrie. There's no player like Kyrie. Nobody has a bag. Like, nobody could do the shit Kyrie does. Moves around. Like, it's just... When he needs a bucket, Kyrie can get a bucket, bro. It's OD. It's OD. If you watch it, it's insane.
I had no choice but to assume he was trolling, and so I moved on. Jason Williams gave his take on who he thinks the GOAT is and was ridiculed because of it on national television. Remember, kids, even NBA players can't share their takes about the NBA without getting crucified. Now, it was hard to determine the true answer for some players since over the years, they've changed their mind. At one point, Isaiah Thomas said Jordan was the GOAT, and then he said it was LeBron, and then he said it was Kareem, and then he said it was LeBron again. Originally, Scottie Pippen said MJ was the GOAT.
Yeah, but he's a dick
then,
writer.
Years later, said it was LeBron. Then MJ, and then he said it was Wilt Chamberlain, and then he said it was LeBron again. Unfortunately, some players refuse to give an answer on the debate at all. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's been around since basketball was played with a peach basket and has somehow never outright said who he thinks is the greatest player of all time. But after a long search, I collected the answers from 112 different NBA players.
Shit.
And before I show the results,
I'm about to catch an ad. I'm about to catch an ad, bro.
Here are the 100 definitive answers
we back.
who they think the GOAT is. Of these 112 players, 49 of them are currently in the NBA, and 64 of them are former players. If we break it down by decades, 4 of the players that gave their opinion on the GOAT played in the 60s, 2 of them are from the 70s, 6 played in the 80s, 21 played in the 90s, 28 played in the 2000s, 23 played in the 2010s, and 30 are a part of this next era of NBA players. Now, of course, we're going to have some overlap in the timeline.
The NBA is in good hands, bro. The NBA is in good hands, but it's going to be so depressing because of how basketball was. Like, the reason, like, basketball is not better before, it's just that, like, the times were better. The world was so much better in these times than now. Like LaMelo Ball is so liked, and like people just fuck with LaMelo Ball so much just because he low-key played in 2010s for us. Like for the younger generation, we've been watching LaMelo Ball since that nigga was 13, bro. Like it's different. That's why we fuck with LaMelo Ball more than a lot of players, and he gives like that nostalgic feeling. You feel me? Because we're used to seeing him. Like I don't know, bro.
But for the sake of this experiment,
time was
this
different
is how
back
we're gonna
then,
break
bro.
it down.
That's why
Don't
shit
like
hit
it?
different.
That's too bad. And before I reveal the results of this NBA survey, I want y'all to make a prediction. In order, from 1 to 5, who do you think received the most GOAT votes among...
Number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, LeBron. Number 3, Kareem. Number 4, Kobe. And number 5, Will Chamberlain.
all players in this survey?
Yeah.
Pause it here if you need to. Got your prediction?
Yeah.
Well, here are the results of all 112 NBA
Let's see
players
this.
and their GOAT pick. LeBron, Jordan, LeBron, Jordan, LeBron, Jordan.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I thought I was
Jordan.
Oh, bro, I thought he meant in order from 1 to 5.
Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, LeBron. Jordan,
OD,
Wilt,
bro.
LeBron, Jordan, Jordan,
I was
LeBron,
right.
Wilt, Jordan, Kobe, Jordan, Kareem, Jordan,
Yeah.
Jordan, LeBron, Jordan, Wilt, Jordan, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, Jordan, Wilt, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Kareem, LeBron. Jordan, Kareem,
This is
LeBron,
OD, this is
LeBron,
OD.
Jordan, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, Jordan. That's 3 votes for Kareem, 4 votes for Wilt, 6 votes for Kobe, 30 votes for LeBron.
Oh, I was so
and with
close.
an
Wait, I actually wait.
overwhelming 69 votes.
Yo, I'm different. Wait, nah, I didn't predict it in that order. Kareem is okay. Listen, it's Kobe. Arguably, is my GOAT. Like, in terms of how much I fuck with a player, Kobe is up there. I feel like for people in terms of the greatest player of all time, people fuck with Kobe the most. Their GOAT for a lot of people is Kobe. For everything Kobe embodied in terms of basketball, for a lot of people, Kobe is the GOAT. But that's biased and it's not stat based. Like, I would consider Kobe. I prefer Kobe over LeBron and Michael Jordan. Not even because they're like he's dead. He passed away, sadly. But it's because, like, I don't know. I've always fucked. I remember watching Kobe's last game. Like, I remember playing 2K10 and, like, Kobe was on the cover in that shit, bro. Like, I just remember that shit. It's just different,
Michael
bro.
Jordan is unquestionably the greatest player of all time, according to NBA players.
Yeah.
Now, if we compare these results
Wait,
to the
I
anonymous
swear
player,
Giannis is not a LeBron. Like, I swear Giannis has openly said LeBron's the GOAT. I swear he said that
conducted
before.
by The Athletic back in 2019, the results are actually quite different. Michael Jordan still received the majority of the votes, but this time around, it isn't nearly as decisive as it was back in 2019.
Well, there's a lot more
Keep
younger
in mind,
players now.
The 2019 survey involved only active players, whereas our survey included the opinions of many retired players. But I think it would be accurate to say that over the last 3 seasons, LeBron has swayed more players into his corner with his title run in 2020 and his unprecedented longevity that now has him within reaching distance of Kareem's all-time scoring record. The only way LeBron even has a shot at being the GOAT in the eyes of most NBA players is through longevity, which has widely been agreed upon even by NBA fans over the last few years.
Doesn't mean shit,
but I want to point out some really interesting things that were revealed while gathering all.
Let me say something. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna get hate for this shit, but
Will Chamberlain and LeBron are the only players that chose themselves as the GOAT. In interviews over the years,
wow.
LeBron are the only players that chose themselves as the GOAT.
Yeah, I like Michael Jordan. No, that nigga know. That nigga always says like he doesn't care. That nigga knows. He doesn't have to say shit. He knows.
In interviews over the years, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan have hinted at the fact that they find themselves to be the GOAT, but they've never outright said it.
Yeah.
But even more revealing is that time and time again, NBA players, the guys that know the game better than anyone else, choose Kobe Bryant as a top 3 player and in some cases the GOAT. While most fans don't even have him in their top 5. In fact, a lot of the guys who picked Jordan as their GOAT, like Kawhi, Durant, Jimmy Butler, James Harden, Vince Carter, and dozens more, actually had Kobe at number 2 and not LeBron, which speaks volumes as to what these players value and how they define greatness. I personally think that fans of the NBA tend to factor in the totality of a player's career when considering where they rank all time, which only makes sense, whereas NBA players put more value in the actual ability and capability of all-time greats when ranking them. NBA players,
facts. Because that's what I said about Kyrie. If you're talking about it in terms of skill set and as a basketball player, because in basketball there's so many components to it. Like you can have a player that's the greatest, that is the best player to ever touch a basketball, but will not win nearly as much as somebody that's not as good, but is in a good system and is averaging around the same amount of points. Like that's like, you know what I mean? Like it's shit you can't really tell shit. I got Kyrie in terms of a point guard. Okay, Curry is my favorite player. Like all time, I got Curry, Derrick Rose, Kobe. But like, how can I say this? I have Kyrie in my top 10 as totality of a player's skill, like a player, greatest players of all time. Kyrie, what he was doing at the age he was doing, that shit has never been like done like that, bro. He was so young doing what he was doing. It's like he's always been a fucking walking bucket since he entered the NBA, you feel me?
Past narratives, situations, fortune, or misfortune, and rather assess these players based simply on how good they are at playing basketball. Now,
exactly, that's how it should be.
Something out. Most of the
LeBron, okay, that favors LeBron in a lot of ways. At the same, it favors LeBron in a lot of ways, but like
players that played against Jordan picked Jordan as their GOAT. But a lot of the players that played against LeBron also picked Jordan as their GOAT.
That says a lot.
If we look at the eras these players played in and how they voted, players across every decade chose Jordan as their GOAT. Whereas with LeBron, the vast majority of his votes came from players who may have simply been too young to watch Jordan play. This isn't to say they chose LeBron by default due to their age, but it is something worth considering. But what about the guys that played against or with LeBron, Kobe, and Michael Jordan throughout the course of their careers? Well, this is where things get really interesting, because out of the 112 players who were surveyed, 27 of them played against LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan during their NBA career. And of those 27 players, 1 of them said Kobe was the GOAT, 4 of them said LeBron was the GOAT, and 22 of them said MJ was the GOAT.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just think about that for a moment. Among the guys that actually played against and guarded Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan, 81% of them say MJ was the greatest player. But we can take this even further. What about the guys that played with Michael Jordan and LeBron James? Well, among these 112 players, 27 of them were teammates of either LeBron or MJ. And of these 27 players...
Yeah, but that's bullshit. LeBron has played with the whole NBA roster at this point. Man has switched teams, traded players, and like, I don't know.
20 of them agreed
Oh
MJ
my
was
God!
the GOAT,
Oh
and
my
only
God!
6 said LeBron was the GOAT. And I think this might just be the most revealing aspect of this entire experiment. The fundamental difference between some of the best players of all time, like Kareem, LeBron, Wilt, Magic, versus Michael Jordan, is that players respected these all-time greats, but they feared MJ. They appreciate LeBron and Magic and Kobe, but they revere Michael Jordan. Among all the interviews and articles I sifted through to gather the information for this video, it seemed like every time a player talked about Michael Jordan, whether they played with him, against him, watched him, They were all in amazement. Just talking about his game, you could see their eyes light up, like they were talking about some mythical being or something. They're all NBA
That's what I'm
players.
saying. Like,
they've all reached
even me, like when I just watched the last Dance, I was like almost in tears at the end. That shit was just beautiful, bro. And that shit not real. That shit, like, it's just a movie.
Of their sports, and yet none of them see Michael Jordan as their peer, but rather above them. Like he's on a tier of his own. This untouchable, unattainable, immortal status. The man retired from the NBA decades ago, and yet it still remains Michael Jordan, and then everyone else.
Yup.
Hope
The
you
GOAT.
all enjoyed.
The
And
GOAT.
as always, until next time.
Iconic shit with his eye closed and everything when he fucking did that free throw. Shit badass, bro. Nigga's a legend. That was beautiful. That was fucking beautiful. That was a beautiful video, bro. Shout out JxmyHighroller, bro. Like, yo, his videos are just nice, bro. That's fire.
Lollipop.